Today we will break down what it actually means to trade a strategy on Olymp trade and how to tell the difference between a real system and a bunch of random entries. Number 1. A signal is just a trigger. A strategy is the framework. The same pattern can work in momentum and fail in a range. That's why context is your first filter. Most people think a strategy is how to enter, but half of a strategy is how not to enter. You can have 60-70% accuracy and still blow your account if you don't have risk rule. A small exercise: write your strategy in 5 lines. Hey friends, Ravi here. I hear this phrase all the time: I trade a strategy. And most of the time it really means one thing: someone saw a signal and clicked a button. But a strategy isn't when the candle looks like this, I enter. A strategy is a set of rules and limits that protect you from chaos. Because you can learn to understand the market, but controlling yourself is harder. Today we will break down what it actually means to trade a strategy on Olymp trade and how to tell the difference between a real system and a bunch of random entries. If you want more breakdowns and useful info, check my Telegram, link in the description. Let's go. Number 1. A signal is just a trigger. A strategy is the framework. A signal answers when can I enter. A strategy answers when can't I enter. In what condition do I trade? How many attempts do I give the market? What do I do after a loss? When do I end the session? If you don't have the answer to these questions, you don't have a strategy. You have hope wrapped in a nice word. Number 2. A strategy starts with context, not a pattern. Beginners hunt for patterns. Experienced traders first identify the market state: momentum, strong move, short pullbacks, correction, market breathes after momentum, consolidation, range, lots of nice little meaning. The same pattern can work in momentum and fail in a range. That's why context is your first filter. If you don't know what state the market is in, you are not trading a strategy, you are guessing. Number 3. A strategy is equal to entry rules plus skip rules. Most people think a strategy is how to enter, but half of a strategy is how not to enter. Example of skip rule: don't trade the middle of the range. Don't enter without a candle confirmation. Don't take 2 trades in a row without a pause. Don't trade when price is chopping with wicks, both ways. And here is the paradox: when you start skipping, you take fewer trades, but you gain more control, and control over time creates consistency. Number 4. A strategy without risk management is an illusion. You can have 60-70% accuracy and still blow your account if you don't have risk rule. Because beginners often do this: increase size after a loss, speed up after a win, try to squeeze the day. Lost control of a position size. Risk management isn't limiting profit, it's a stabilizer that stops emotion from destroying your system. Minimum basic: fixed risk per trade, daily loss limit, trade limit per session. A pause after a loss is boring, and that's exactly why it works. Number 5. A strategy is consistent behavior no matter the outcome. Here is the real test: do you behave the same after a win and after a loss? If after a win you start adding trades for no reason, that's not a strategy. If after a loss you start chasing, that's not a strategy. If your mood changes your rules, that's not a strategy. A strategy looks like this: win, calm; loss, calm; break even, calm; no trade, calm. Because a strategy isn't emotion, it's process. Number 6. A small exercise: write your strategy in 5 lines. Try this: I trade only in these market conditions. Number 2. I enter only if I have confirmation. Number 3. I skip trades if. Number 4. My risk per trade and limits are. Number 5. After a loss, what do I do? If you can honestly write these 5 lines, you have the foundation of a system. If you can't, you are still trading impulses. So trading a strategy isn't about finding a signal, it's about building a framework that protects you from chaos. Because the market will always give you reason to enter, but consistency belongs to the people who enter only by rule. If you want more educational breakdowns and useful info, check my Telegram, link in the description. Subscribe, and remember, a new strategy isn't a button, a strategy is discipline.